Hello everyone, welcome back to Jacqs and thanks for joining me today for our Crafter's Companion Advent Calendar, and it is day 13. Lucky 13, let's see what we get. Okay, 13. Did you guys see it? Oh, ooh, it's a big one. Ooh, I'm excited. Ooh, this ought to be good. Ooh, it's a Wreath. I'm a bit dangerous with this tool. Okay. Oh my goodness. So here it is. Ooh, that's so pretty. I'm excited to be crafting with this. So let me get started. Okay, here is the wreath cut out. It's really pretty. I'm really liking this a lot. I've actually been wanting to get some round wreaths, so this is great. And I did just a quick search for wreaths and came across Cat Scrappiness, and she did a card with a wreath, and I love it. So we are going to try and recreate that. Now, we do not have the same wreath or any of the materials that she has, but we are going to do something similar. So I'm going to probably do this without talking through it, but I will let you know some of the materials that I'll be using. So when thinking about the wreath, the first thing I did was think about what I want the wreath to be made out of. So I'm going to use glitter and mirror cardstock. I have the Paper Studio cardstock pack here, and I'm using this piece. It's really, really pretty. I'm using the Tonic mirror board, well, mirror cardstock. And I'm using this beautiful purple glitter that I got from Pat Catan's, which closed out. As you all know, I did a haul on this a while ago. So this will create the wreath. And then I will actually be using some confetti and sequins. And I have these Makers Halloween confetti and Crafter Square confetti that I'll be using. And I put it in this... I don't even know what this is called, but I got this from Hobby Lobby about a year or so ago. I love it. I think it's actually meant for mixed media and paints, but I'm using it for my sequins. And then because the lid has these individual lids, which keep the content within the container, which is awesome. So these are all of my Halloween and pumpkins and leaves. So I have and acorns. I have a good supply going on here. Anyways, so I will be using those items. And I may also be using some of these sequins that I recently hauled from scrapbook.com, the ones from Craft Medley. This is the Dazzling Metallics, Viola, and Go Green. I might use those. And then I also have this 28 Lilac Lane, a spooky, no, this one's called Pop sequence. So I have a variety. I think I got these from a Cherry on Top and hauled that. But you know, I'm just going to kind of play it by ear, and I just wanted to give you an idea of some of the products I'll be using. So the first thing I did was cut out the die in the materials that I got out. I have the purple glitter, this lighter purple glitter, love that. It's so pretty. And then I have, oops, it's entangled. I have the mirror board, the black mirror board. Ooh, that's pretty. And then just a plain cardstock. I don't think I'll be using this. It just is really a flat color, and that's not what I'm looking for. So I decided to sandwich the lighter purple Wreath in between the two darker purples. I'm not even going to use the black mirror card because most of the sequins that I'll put on there are black, and I thought that would be a nice mix of color. So I'm going to start by first layering on some sequins, I think. And then I'll be layering the wreaths on top of each other. Because this is a thin wreath and it has open spots, I want to kind of make it a little bit thicker or more layered, if you will. So that's what I'm going to do. And I think I'll leave that as one and then add on my next layer. So right now I'm just going to go all the way around the wreath so I can add on the next layer. When I do that, I don't want to add it on to where it mimics the same images. I want to do it, actually I cut this one backwards, so it's not a good example. Okay, so these were cut the same way. I don't want to layer them just the same way, you know, one on top of the other. What I want to do is stagger them so that it fills in the blank spots, okay? So that's what I'll be doing. Let's see, we're going to put this on here. This I actually turned upside down and then cut it out so that I could get that staggered look. I'll just pat that on there. I should have probably done this on white so you guys can see. Is that better? Okay. So now we have the two layers. It's hard to pick this up. Oh, look, that got moved. I'm wondering if I should use hot glue, even though I'm not a fan. Okay, so that's what it looks when I layered the two together. It kind of just fills in the blanks. And what I wanted to do is add, as you can see, I'm adding the cobwebs in between the layers. I think that's kind of cool. And it just adds more depth. I think I'll do one over here. And then I'm going to add another ring of glue all the way around, just on the top. And then we will add our last ring, or our last wreath. Let's see, where do I want this one? So I have these here, this here. Now, if you see any glue there, don't worry about it because I'm using art glitter glue and it will dry clear. But I'm trying to pat most of it out. Okay, that is looking kind of cool. I'm really excited about this, you guys. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is add some ghosties. And I see I have a really nice open spot up here, so I'm definitely wanting to put one up here. And I think over here is another spot. And you know, usually you do things in threes, so of course I want to add another one, and I think I'll put him over here. This is a great way to use your sequins and confetti. I'm so loving this so far. All right, next I have some bats, and we will be adding these. Let's see. Down here would be good. We got lots of purple going on there. Let's put something black there. And I think maybe up here would be good. Now, if you use hot glue, it probably would be quicker to get everything to stick together, but these are really small and they're plastic, so I don't know if they'll melt. I really don't know. So that's what we have so far. The next thing I think I'm going to do is add some sequins. Let's see. I have these. That's an awful bright orange. So I finally got these open. Here are the metallics. Really pretty. These are like a very satiny or something. They're just so cool. Okay, I think I'm going to use these and put just a couple dots around the wreath, and then we'll put down our little sequin. Okay, and let's see. What other colors should we use? These holographic ones are kind of cool. Or should we use purple or green? Oh, maybe a touch of green would be good. All right, let's try that. It's going to take me a minute to open this up. I'll be right back. And here are the Go Greens. These are really dark. Oh, there's some nice holographic ones. I was kind of liking these really dark ones though. This is so cool. I'm wondering, I think that might be enough. Because you still want to be able to see that it is a wreath. I don't want to overload it with items. I'm really liking that right there. So I think that will be it for the wreath. So I've decided to use this Hey Pumpkin collection that I just been hauling from scrapbook.com and other places. And I'm using this candy corn kind of striped pad, paper from the pad. I cut this down to be 4 by 4, and I found the center and marked it with a little pencil, and then I'm going to cut like a little banner from this point to the center. I'm going to do that on both sides from each point of the paper, and then that kind of creates, you know, your little banner there. And I think what I'm going to do is also mat this. So I'll cut out a black piece of cardstock and cut that out to be slightly larger than this size and do the same thing. Okay, so I cut out a black piece of cardstock that is 4 1/8 by 4 1/8. I've added adhesive tape to the back of this, score tape. I'm going to add this here, try and center it. I only wanted a very small border. And then I'm going to cut the bottom kind of the same way, but this time I'll use the previous cut as my guide. And there we have it. That looks good so far. The next thing we want to do for this little banner is punch 2 holes. And I'm using just a regular hole punch. So we have our holes punched there. And the next thing I want to do is thread some baker's twine in there. I don't know. I bought several colors from the Dollar Tree that I haven't even hauled yet, but I was trying to figure out which color to use. So let's try this one. Or should it even be baker's twine? Here's a nice purple. Ooh. Man down. All right, let's try this one. So that might be kind of fun considering our wreath, wherever that got to. Here it is. Oh yeah, let's do that. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to thread that through a couple times. Yeah, I think that looks good. So that's 3 times. I'll tie this off on the back. And somehow I've become disorganized over here. Okay, I'm going to tuck that under. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm liking that. So again, whatever cardstock or decorative paper you're using, then that's how you choose the baker's twine or thread or ribbon, whatever you're using, doesn't really matter. Okay, so far we have this little banner, we have our little wreath, and the next thing you need to do is cut out a base for your card. This again could be any color you want, even black. This is 8.5 by 5.5, and when you fold it, you will score it at 4 2/4, which is 4 1/4, and then you fold it over, and then you have the standard A2 size card base, 4 1/4, 5.5. So then you're going to cut out a decorative piece. This is going to be 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. This will give you an 1/8 of an inch border, and you will attach that to the bottom. So go ahead and get this prepared, add your decorative layer, and then we will start layering these other pieces. Okay, we have our card base. The next thing we're going to do is adhere our little banner down. And if this is the wrong word for this, please let me know. I get banners and flags confused. Okay, and pennants for that matter. We're going to put this at a bit of an angle like that. I just thought if we do it at an angle, which she did, it will change the size of our envelope, so keep that in mind. I don't want to do it straight. I like the idea of it being this way. So, just going to add some glue and glue this down. Just going to put a little bit of glue on top of that. So I'm just angling it a little bit over here so that it hangs over both ends, both sides, but that it, goes there and down here. You have room. All right. Rub, rub, rub. And then the next thing I did was cut out some more little banners, 2 of them, and these are 1 1/4 by 1 3/4. And this one's just a little bit shorter than 1 1/8, but that's only because I wanted the house. So 1 1/4 by 1 3/4, and then we're just going to glue these on. And we're gluing these on underneath the thread, or the twine right there. And I'm lining it up on the colored cardstock, not on the black, okay? Whoops, I'm sorry. So I'm lining it up on the colored cardstock, not on the black. So it looks like this. I'm gonna put on the second one. My battery is dying, I gotta hurry. And I'm gonna overlap these a little bit. down here. That's cute. The next thing we'll do is add our wreath down here. So it all kind of overlaps, which is cool. This is just what I liked about it. Now, to put this on, all right, well, yeah. I was gonna say maybe we should use hot glue, but I forgot it was all cardstock there. So I'm just gonna use our glitter glue. And then I was going to take a sticker from the sticker book. The Hey Pumpkin sticker book. I really like this Happy Halloween one right here. And I was going to, yeah, drape it across here, I think. I kind of like the way that I pushed it in and then it comes out on the sides, because then it just kind of gives it some motion. So here is our final reveal of our card. I am loving this. I hope you have loved going through this just as much as I have. I love everything about it, and I think it's because it's different. We haven't done this on the channel here before. I love the wreath. I love what we did with it. You know, we doubled it up. We actually tripled it up, and then we layered sequins and confetti on it, and it made it so fun. And what's great about it is we can do that same thing for any season, any holiday. It doesn't have to be Halloween. So please keep that in mind when you're creating something like this. Our little flags here. I love having the house there. It's so cute. And then when you open it up, I actually added, you know, some of the decorative paper from the front. On the bottom, I added a glitter witch's hat. I don't know if you can see that it's glittery, but it is. And then a glittery bat here at the top. So it looks like that on the inside. Really cute. I love it. Thanks for joining me today, everyone, and I'll see you next time.